Hey, it's Coach Pete. It's Thursday at 2:30 in Arizona. And thank you if you came back for your deliberate practice for this week. Remember, the people that are the very best at what they do practice, and they practice a certain way. So what we want you to do is to come back and to learn something about family business, learn a new skill, hear a story, and grow and develop every week. I forgot my opening credits. This week, we've got a landmine story. Dad gone, mom chairman. This stuff really happens, people. I'm not just making this up. Happens all the time. In April 2010, in Seattle, Washington, I got introduced to Ron Harper, and Ron was one of the most smartest, visionary business guys I've ever met. Really, really smart guy. But he also knew that his time was coming and that he needed to train and develop his family. And so one of the skills that we help families do is to build is to work as a board of directors. So with this family, we started to have board of director meetings. And there were some sons and there were some daughters. And it was a little awkward at first, but we taught them how to come together at a board, talk about high-level issues with the company. Some of the people were involved in the company and some were not involved. Some are active and some are inactive, but they were all going to own a percentage of that business at some point. So we teach them how to be a board of directors, have an agenda, have discussion, learn how to collaborate, learn how to prepare, read the board report, come with good questions. And so this went on for several years, actually. But then Ron passed recently. And so I was glad that we had done that work with the board. But then, as luck would have it, the business faced a very significant challenge within the first 6 months of the board of Ron being gone and the board coming together, and lo and behold, the family got split. So never ceases to amaze me, even with a lot of good people with the right intentions, grew up in the same family, a big decision had to be made and the family was split. And guess who found herself at the head of the table having to make the decision? You guessed it, Mom. And Mom, in the process, like a lot of moms, I did a nice thing on moms last week, but this mom, like others, was like, leave me alone, coach. Don't try to coach me, that sort of thing. But Mom had actually learned a lot along the way. And here was Mom, her husband gone, and now she's got to adjudicate. She's got to be the person to make the decision. And you know what Mom did? She headed off to Tahiti, took the whole family fortune, told the kids to go jump in a lake, and left. No, she didn't. Mom weighed all sides of the argument, and then she said, here's what we're going to do. Here's the decision we're going to make, and she went with it. What was really good about that was that she was prepared, the group had been prepared. One of the things we do in the board training, skill building, is to learn how to speak your mind, make a good, logical, well-grounded business case for your position. And so a lot of that skill building still really worked out for them, because I think, first of all, if Ron hadn't had us start doing this training 5 years ago, the family wouldn't have been prepared, could have been that much worse, could have torn the whole family apart. But because they'd done the work, they spoke their mind. Yep, they ended up in a bit of a stalemate, but then Mom had the courage and the skills to step in and make the decision. The family's still together. They're doing well. That was a bit of a tough pill to swallow for them, for the folks that the decision didn't quite go their way. That wasn't great, but I'm just really proud of Mom. I'm proud of the family for learning how to do this. So here's my insight from this story is, it takes time, man. And that family, we started working like 5 years ago. So I know there's patriarchs out there and matriarchs out there, and they keep kind of, what we say, kicking the can down the road. They keep, we'll deal with that later. We're not ready yet. Oh, that's not going to happen. You know what? It's going to happen one day, and it takes a long time to build these skills. And think about it. The last thing you want after a matriarch leaves, that all of a sudden you got hard decisions to make and you don't have the skills to do it. I saw something by Bill Belichick the other day, the coach of the New England Patriots, and he said preparation's everything, and I really believe that. Being prepared is what really helps you make those decisions. So that's your story of the week. I'd like to encourage you to please forward this to any folks that you know. Send questions, share. I know you know some people with family businesses out there. You know who they are. Tell them about the work that we're doing. Send them my way. Darn it, I just kind of itch my nose again. My mother, she watches the show and she gives me feedback. She's still coaching me. She's 85 years old and hopes that I'll become more coachable. Come back here, check out some of our free tools, send questions, and keep practicing. You got to practice if you want to be very good at whatever you do. Family business, relationships, communication, you got to practice. I really appreciate you coming back here. Anything else, boss? Thanks so much. We'll see you back here, same time, same place next week. Bye.